Happy Saturday, folks. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. My name is Joel Duggan. This is the Citadel server, and I have more packages, more things. Another delivery from Cosmic Amazon. I'll take it. Holy smokes. More shulkers. I'm all for that. Why are these red? There's something in them. More copper and more flowers. Is that a hint, Cosmic? Is that a direction? Flower crown protection 3. Do I not have a heart? Is it because you noticed that I didn't have the right protection on my helmet? Flower crown? Nice. That's funny. Thank you very much. We shall put those to good use, I think. Well, the copper we can put away, I think. Put that into raw copper blocks. Get lots of copper now. I duly hand over my flower crown to you. You are now the flower queen. Nice. I see what you did there. I think you still have the title of flower queen, given that you have planted so many on the server. Do you have a stat for that, Cosmic? Do you know how many flowers you've planted on the server? Also, welcome in to the new folks. I saw Spaghetti T-Boy and Thor of Asgard, which is, I don't know how you got that username, but like all the power to you. Welcome in. I wanted to do, I guess we'll just take a stack of each and then see what needs topping up. Nice. Now we have a flower chest that can't stay red. Obviously it can't stay red. Where's my dye? I mean, when Cosmic gives you a flower shulker, you kind of have to pink shulker box. You realize it was named pink shulker box, but it was actually red, right? I'm assuming that was on purpose. Jumbo Sale, what's going on? Thanks very much for the sub. 19 months. Yay for an early stream. Yes, there are people, I think, in the rest of the world, in the western parts, eastern parts, where if I stream an hour early, it means they can watch before they go to bed. I was just up early this morning. I had breakfast done, and I did all my chores yesterday. So I didn't have to do any cleaning today. So I figured, well, I might as well start. It's also going to be really hot today. So I thought, well, I'll get the stream going now at noon rather than starting at 1. It doesn't sound like it makes a big difference, but in my building, the difference between streaming at 4 and streaming at 5, it's a big difference. It gets quite warm, even if I have the AC on. It was red because it's the only dye I had with me. You know that I've got bone meal and all the things to make dye in there, right? So last night I was messing around and I put up a very not great custom tree for the corner, but I like it. I just we need to adjust it so that it works a little bit better. I also don't like the fact that it's touching here, so we're probably gonna move it out to be in the middle a little bit. I was gonna try and have it not be so symmetrical, but one of the things we could do, we could probably just shift this around. I know it doesn't have to be in the ground, but and then maybe we could do this, and then we'll grab something else. I don't know about using the stairs. I kind of feel like we might have to stick with logs to make it look good. The other thing I wanted to do is go over this, maybe touch up some of the textures. There's a couple things I think could be tweaked a little bit to make it look not so plain. And of course we have to do the inside. and the foliage and stuff on the outside and all the texture. So really we're just picking up where we left off. So excited to finally see West Hill. Only heard about it on the SpongeChunks podcast. Well, since it's the start of the show, start of the stream, let's just go out front so you can see the whole thing. So obviously there's a lot still under construction. I want this road to feel more populated. I'm going to have some houses and stuff out here. But this is the main gate to the whole thing. Got a bridge over there, which you can see on the map. There. And then we're working over here where you can see that tower. That's kind of where we are as far as the town goes. So if we're standing here at the front gate, this is the north gate. And that comes straight down through. And then everything along here is where we're working right now. And then everything over to the right was done basically last year. Rafael, thanks very much. Appreciate that. It looks really cool with shaders, I have to say. It looks really good with shaders on. My frame rate gets a little bit choppy, so I apologize, but it's too nice sometimes not to walk around in the sunshine. So I won't do a full walkthrough, but just kind of so people can understand the density, you know, of how things look. The keep really needs some love. We've got an old fishing town down in the south here, so when you cross out of the south gate, you get into this old kind of beat up fishing town. And that's what we've got going on here. Obviously some mangrove trees over there for harvesting. And then this is the more decorated part, I guess. So we got a dock. And then this is where we've been working the last little while. I wish I could play with shaders. I don't know. I can barely get a decent frame rate. I mean, my frame rate is fine, I guess. I get... Oh, that's a screenshot. Was it F3? Yeah, like I'm supposed to be getting 75 frames per second, but I get some frame chopping. And it starts to be not great. So, don't do it. Alright, so we're going to need... let's focus on the house first. So I'm going to need some spruce wood. Gonna need some dark oak wood. I'm sure we'll be back and forth quite a bit looking at stuff. We'll bring some signs. Just to kind of see what we can come up with. This is the fun part of like adding in details and things. Natalia, hello, welcome back. Good to see you. And Thor, thanks. I'm glad you like it. So one of the things that I wanted to change up here, this feels like it's a lot of the same texture. So I thought we might be able to squeeze in some spruce wood here. Or if we do it right. Okay, so what if we changed it and had it attached to this? I think that works. Unfortunately, I can never get these to have the same texture that I want all the way around. Like if I wanted it to be horizontal all the way around, they just don't do it, and I don't know why. But I think that breaks it up a little bit. And then we'll do the same thing up at the top. We've got the trapdoors to cover it up. That should make it pretty easy. You know, I kind of wonder whether it'd be better off doing it this way. Horizontal on the sides, then vertical along the middle. Yeah, let's just do that. Trying to be fancy. I should really bring a bed up here so I don't have to run and sleep all the time. Do I have a spare bed? I do. Check the tower to see if there's a bed. Someone's growing impatient. Drops off some goodies, but then leaves little pranks around. Check to see if there's a bed in the tower. I guess we'll check. Oh look, there's a bed in the tower. I feel like Edna from Incredibles, but instead of no capes, it's no pink. No pink. I'm just gonna put this here so that we can sleep faster while working over here. Oh, okay. Now we gotta do this side. Same idea. We'll just copy. Elkhorn, the mighty Elkhorn is here. Thanks for the shout out for Elkhorn Cosmic. 6-month gift sub courtesy of Cosmic Dancer has been entered month 4. Thanks to the Cosmic Dancer for the gift sub for Elkhorn. Appreciate that. And always good to see you, Elkhorn. Sorry, this is very in-your-face Minecraft, but I don't have a lot of room. Now, how much of that landed in the garden? Oh, none. I was surprised. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Breaks up. I certainly like it down here. Maybe I don't like it at the top. I guess we'll leave it for now. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to work on was this roof part. And I'm realizing one of the things that I didn't like about this, and that is that this is made out of dark oak, and I think it should be made out of some granite and copper. Stopping in to drop a lurk. Thanks, Elkhorn. Appreciate it. The eyeballs are always lovely to have. Folks, if you want to spread the stream around, there's a tweet out there, and you can use Bang Tweet or Bang Twitter in chat to get a link. And share it with whoever you want. Or you can just tell a friend, hey, I'm hanging out in Joel's stream. Come on over. It's a good time. I wanted some of this stuff. Somewhere's in here. I put it away by accident. There it is. We should name this something. What's a good name for like a medieval backpack? Like a sack? No, I've turned off host alerts, Rafael. We found that the community that was coming by was not using them the best way. That's the wrong thing. Shulker box. We're gonna go with backpack. Sure. Oh, satchel would have been good, Mesa. That would have been a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? I know it was just in here, but whatever. Sometimes I don't wait for chat. Satchel. That's a little bit better. That would be a cool thing to have in Minecraft. Like, they have bundles. I'm surprised they don't put bundles on a stick. Because they've got carrot on a stick. They've got mushroom on a stick, you know? So what I need is... What kind of copper stuff can we make? So the slabs only come in that variety. We've got enough of those. I think we should be able to do it. I don't think there's another slab that would do the trick. Yeah. So what I wanted to do was something similar to this, but realizing, of course, that we've gone about it backwards up here. And so I think that this roof will benefit from having a bit of a change. Oh no, I appreciate that, Rafael. No, it's a good suggestion, and for, you know, most of the time it would probably work, but it's the same reason that I have to have clips turned off, is because people just clip the most boring stuff. It's like they're using clips to bookmark where they left off, which is not what clips are for. And so then myself and Cosmic, who was nice enough to volunteer to help, basically just had to spend like so much time going through and like flagging or deleting clips that were just awful. Like, they didn't promote the channel at all. They were just garbage clips of me staring at my inventory, not even talking sometimes. It's just like, that's not the purpose of it, you know? And unfortunately, there's not enough control on Twitch to be able to create, like, to control who can create clips. Like, I'd love to be able to assign like maybe a handful of people to create clips, but it won't. It's like all or nothing, which sucks. I realize I'm not using any of the normal granite, but I think I'm going to try to go a little bit fancier with this. Let's see if that helped. The tough part about this being so tucked away is that you kind of have to back up a lot. Yeah, see, I think that works. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to, I think, continue with the dark oak. I don't think we're going to go spruce. We're going to try both. But I think what we're going to do, because of how I laid these out, I should be able to either do spruce and spruce or dark oak. And I think the dark oak probably looks better. Need to learn how to build small houses. I always go way larger than I need to. See, I'm on the opposite side. I tend to build too small, and then I get really frustrated with what I can't figure out. The one thing I will suggest is that if you do build something like a castle or a keep, is to go like really big. You know, like one of the best things that I decided to do was to make these walls like 3 blocks thick all the way around. It really made my life a lot easier. And then same thing with the keep. I made the walls of the keep 3 blocks thick. I think this might even be 2 blocks thick along here. I'm not sure. I have to reevaluate this whole thing because it's with all these builds, as I'm getting better at building, all of these other side builds are starting to look fancier than the main castle. It's like this is the main castle and it looks pretty plain, right? In the distance. So we're gonna need to add like more towers and stuff to it, I think. But what do we think, chat? I'm thinking the dark oak looks better. That way the balcony stands out a little bit more. Big equals detail. Yeah, no, and I'm looking forward to doing some bigger builds. Like I'll back up and show you. Well, actually, I'm right next to it. I can just go up the stairs. So this wall right here is actually the wall to someone's property, and it comes up into this great big entryway here, and you can see the scale of the roof that we've got, right? Like this is pretty big, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I think that's going to have a lot of really fun details and opportunities to play around. But most of the stuff that I've worked on so far has been closer to this scale. I do try to keep things player scale. Yeah, I think the dark oak is probably the way to go too, Cosmic. I agree. I also want to fix this balcony a little bit. I feel like I need to bring the sides in. Smurf588 subscribe to tier 1 for 10 months. We're into double digits. Good afternoon, Smurf. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Smurf is actually a bean counter patron on the Citadel Cafe podcast too. And in good company, Cosmic is also a bean counter patron. There's 2 of you now, which is incredible. No, screw gun. Somewhere, there's a screw gun laughing. So unfortunately, they touched the roof here, which is not my favorite. I don't like when that happens. So hopefully that doesn't look terrible. I don't know what I could do. I guess I could remove the slabs. If I remove the slabs, you can still... Oh, we'll have to reevaluate how we do that. And it's still going to touch on that corner. Never mind. Now I've got to remember which slabs were where. Oh, that was a stair, wasn't it? Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, I feel like I need to take a look at this railing or divider thing here. And I'd like to put something along that. And I'm wondering if we can get away with just like regular fence posts. The Elite Club, it is indeed. keep things player scale too, but then somehow magically I just end up with like 5 stories in a lot of area within rooms. I would argue that sometimes that's good. Like, I wouldn't consider this to be a massive build. It's big, and it took a while, but it's not like we have a lot of room inside, you know? Like, there's not really much you can do when you've only got like a 3 or a 4x6 inside. I mean, it feels cozy, which is good, but I guess in these medieval themed builds, they're not meant to be big. But then if you go up to the, we go up to the keep here, right? Like, it's got a big entrance. This isn't done, by the way. So we've got a great big, you know, open courtyard here. But then when you get into big spaces like this, like it fills up pretty fast to the ceiling, but then, you know, I guess all my maps are gone? I'm not sure what happened there. And my tables and chairs data pack isn't working in here. So like there's this cool board table, but like there's not much you can do, you know? I can do more. Oh, all of this is not looking great. I'm gonna have to go get some screenshots and redo the data pack for these. That's annoying. Crap. So much for showing off the decorated kitchen. Anyway, in terms of scale, like you can see how plain it is in some places, and it looks like it is 3 blocks thick, so that's good. But upstairs, it's like it's hardly anything. We've got the staircase that goes up to, I believe there's like a little mezzanine here, yeah. And then this continues back up. But then once you get upstairs, it's just like this one room, and that's it. You know, like there's nothing else up here. So I really need to change the way that the layout works, right? Because all that's just the ceiling of the main hall. That's the kitchen. I guess there's one little barracks off to the side, but Smurf with 1,000 bits. Holy smokes, Smurf. Thanks so much. Wow. Oh, Boo, welcome in. Good to see you. If you break them and place them and came back, it was broken links that did that. Oh, okay. Cool. I'll probably won't do that on stream. Maybe I'll do that when I've got the time to noodle around with it if I need to. Thanks though, Minipax. Appreciate the heads up. Minipax streams and plays on Infinity Cove for folks that are wondering, and Infinity Cove is my patron server, and it also has the same data packs and stuff that we do. I'm realizing I don't have a shoutout button for Minipax. Cosmic, could you? Oh, you did it. Cosmic got me. Cool, thank you. I need to add a button for Minipax. I got a raid button, but I don't have a shoutout button. SaiB918 subscribing at tier 1 for 5 months, currently on a 5-month streak. Happy Saturday, hope everyone is well, though it looks like the castle has been raided. Yeah, it does. A little on the poor side. And SaiB918 with 100 bits, jumping in there as well. That brings a hype train real close to starting for folks that are wanting to know. I didn't get fences. I get distracted by design talk. Smurf, you're welcome. Just popped in to say hi. Now off to work. Cool. Have a good day at work, Smurf. When you have more time, I'm going to ask you about whether or not people from the 80s associate your name with something else. Because when I think Smurf, I think 80s cartoon. Mini packs with 100 bits. And that's the hype train. Mini packs is the hype train conductor. Is there anything else? Anything else? Where? So I can't run these all the way up to the top because of course we've got the trapdoor there, which means we can't place them there. But I thought it would be cool to add them along here. I just don't know if this is going to be overkill. Anything else to associate to Smurf? Oh, I see what you mean. I don't know. When I asked about Smurf's credit on the Citadel Cafe, they said that Smurf and 588 had some meaning. I won't share it here in case they don't want it shared, but it had significant meaning to them. But I always I still think small blue cartoon. Meza with 500 bits, thanks ever so much, and Jumbo Cell Gaming with 500 bits. Appreciate that. I keep on trying to catch the animations. Are the bit animations working? They stopped working for me the other day, and I think I fixed them. Unfortunately, I need to work to bean count. Well, that's fair. I really appreciate it. So, light fence posts are one thing. We may also not want to go with stairs. Like, this might be better off to be switched to slabs and trapdoors. Oh, then that feels kind of out of place, doesn't it? Okay. I'm trying to get more like detailing tips from people like I really like how Mythical Sausage details his stuff. It was my nickname and badge number from when I was in the Fire Brigade in the UK. Right. Okay, cool. I knew it was to do with fire stuff. I just didn't want to mention it, but that's cool. Yeah, so for you it's got more of a nickname meaning, you know. Let's just switch these and see. Nope, I like the spruce better. That's fine. I don't even know if I have the ledge over here. Oh, no, I don't. Whoop, that's not right. Sigh. No. We might have just enough. Ooh, can be tricky. How do we handle this? So technically, some of this could be wood. Ah, well, that could work out actually. Then it won't look all weird and pink here. Maybe what we'll do is, I guess we'll just do full spruce blocks, right? Nope. Well, that was counterproductive. So that, and I don't know whether this is gonna connect the way that I want it to. And I'm short by one fence post. Of course I am. Decode Josh, thanks for the follow, and that is A level 1 hype train. Thanks very much for the support, folks. Ooh, do we like that? Or does it really matter? I kind of think we do the wood, but we don't do the fences on the inside. Or maybe we just do the fences. What is inside here? Because now I'm wondering if I could push this to be like a wraparound. Just out of curiosity, what would this look like if this was like that? Yeah, you know, I think we might be able to pull that off. For no other reason than it looks cool from the ground. Oops. All right, so then this would be on the outside. It's inside. Let's reverse that. Whoops. I think maybe this has to be a slab. Yeah, and then we'll return the other part to a trapdoor. Not a trapdoor, a slab back here as well. Or rather a stair going that way. And then this can be... what is in there? Get a little chunky on me. It's a little bit better. Try it with a trapdoor. It might be too much dark oak or too much spruce, but oh yeah, that looks better. And then if we change this, I don't know that we need a wraparound balcony, but we have one. Never caught a stream before today. Loving the city. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Now we have a wraparound balcony. solves that. I think it still looks good in here. Yeah, I would say it looks even better in here. We could potentially even remove those 2 blocks. So it's dripstone and granite. So what would happen if we did this? Looks really good in here, but then out here, I think it makes sense. Small sacrifice. Sure. I mean, we could even balance it out, depending on whether we need the extra space. Also, what to do about this? I think that's an outside wall. I think we'll probably just put something on top of it so we can't see it. But yeah, this is an outside wall. Yeah, right there. I always miss streams, so I'm glad I caught one today. Well, that's great. That's one benefit, I think. I mean, the general knowledge that I've seen on Twitch is stream at a decent schedule. Like, what's convenient for you, keep it regular so people know when to expect that you're going to go live, so they don't have to constantly check your Twitter and Twitch and all that kind of stuff. However, there's something to be said for switching up your stream times a little bit, I think, because over the last couple weekends, because it's been so hot in the city, I've been streaming earlier. And as a result, I've been bringing in some new people that I think generally are either off to work, off to bed, or in a different part of the world. They just can't make it at 1 o'clock Atlantic. So just starting an hour earlier doesn't really faze me any from time to time, you know? One of the reasons I start at 1 o'clock normally for me, which is an hour later than I started today, is because there are sometimes other spawn chunk things that happen during the mornings on Saturdays. And so I like having about an hour in between those things, rather than going like stopping podcasting for like 5 minutes and then going straight into the stream. I think that looks okay. I don't know if it... I like the fact that it exists. I don't know if it really... I don't know if maybe it makes more sense for it to go straight across, but I like the depth for now. I'm kind of wondering whether I should get rid of these little trapdoors. Certainly the side one. I feel like the spruce just looks better. So we'll definitely get rid of this one. I don't mind the single as like a centerpiece. Yeah. I think we may have to make some adjustments to a very long straight line. Anytime there's 4 blocks in a row, my eye tends to like twitch a little bit. All right, it's subtle, but makes a bit of a difference. Okay, next I want to back up and make sure that this tower looks the way that it should. I feel like we might want to go with the dark oak stair above the door. Natalia, thanks. Yeah, I mean, happy accidents like that. I think one of the things that you have to have when you're working on a city like this is lean into the things that are unplanned, because you can't you can't come up with every idea. Sometimes you have to like run with the ideas that were kind of like laid out before you. Jas the Vampire Maiden, thanks very much for the compliment. I'm glad that you like the Spawn Chunks, and that's amazing that you're considering becoming a patron. That's awesome. Amazes me how yesterday you had no plan for this, and now today it's pretty much up and added the finishing details to it. Yeah, it doesn't happen all that often, but every now and again, I find I can get a little bit of a run at something and have it work out, you know? You just don't watch Twitch much. I'm always doing something else incompatible with the stream. I have the same issue. A lot of my stuff tends to be like behind the scenes stuff, and if I'm doing any emailing, I can't have Twitch going. Like it doesn't work out for me in that way. Now somewhere along here I thought it would be cool to add a window. I guess here. So we can make a stair there. Emailing, coding, thinking, recording, playing games with friends. Yeah, exactly. You can't always have a stream on. I every once in a while will especially if it's someone that streams like full time, like an 8-hour day kind of deal. Tangent's a good example. I will have his stream on a second monitor, but muted. And you know, I like to support and be in the chat. And every once in a while I'll contribute, but most of the time I'm just kind of like visually taking in what he's doing. Especially if it's something like No Man's Sky that I don't really like playing myself anymore, but he likes playing and is good at playing, and there's always something really cool to look at, you know? And then if he does something interesting or cool, you can just unmute it and tune in. Sometimes I'll have the volume like super, super low too, so that if I do catch something interesting, then I can tune in. Adds a little bit of depth. I don't know if I want to do a stair up here or if the full block is good. Oh, did that have the door on it? That had the door on it. That's annoying. Yeah, I think I do like the stair. Do we want to go andesite up and down? Oh, come on. No, I like the bricks. It's the one downfall to having spiral stairs. You can always fall down the middle. Unfortunately, there's no way to cover up this stone. I find often with building that as soon as you lean into the constraints that you have, buildings almost build themselves. Yeah, there's something to be said for like, I've got this much space, you know, like, where's a good example? Like, not so much the flower shop, but I feel like one of these builds. Yeah, so I made this build. I knew this was going to be a candle shop, so that's what it is, it's a candle shop. I knew I wanted it to have a tower, and I knew I wanted it to look like that. And then I knew that I wanted this to be specifically here next to the canal. And then that left me with this little space here. So like this little build had to fit in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 5 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a 7 by 7. 1, 2, 3. No, 7 by 6. It's tiny. Like there's not much in here, but I had to come up with something. And it's actually one of my favorite builds on the street because of just how concise I had to be, right? Plus it's on an angle. Why make things easy? Straight lines are for suckers. Constraints breed creativity? Yeah, I think too many constraints can be a problem. But yeah, I would agree with that. All right, can we put another window in here? I guess we could put another one here. And then maybe a low window on that side. Or is that going to be too many? Maybe on this side we'll keep the bricks. Too much choice could be overwhelming, that's fair. I find I have that issue with Satisfactory. I find that the choice in that game, combined with like all the different things you have to consider, it gets very overwhelming. So it's actually a really good tool. Like the game is a really good tool for learning how to compartmentalize tasks, you know? All right, how does that feel going up inside? Ravencraft, welcome back. Good to see you. Yeah, I like that there. Makes sense. Doesn't feel like it's too much. There's not really much we can do about these seams inside. So as long as that looks good, I think we're solid. I think I might have gone a little bit overboard with the actual andesite, so we'll go back to just brick. Now, do we want to keep this the same, or do we want to maybe make this a little bit more special? I kind of feel like it needs a little something. I guess I want to keep its tone. I hadn't really thought about that. Now I'm kind of breaking with the pattern that I set up, and I'm just kind of making it look good. Yeah, I feel like I want to do something more with that somehow. Cool. We'll see you in a bit, Meza. Break time when you're ready, says Cosmic. Thank you. Appreciate that. I really don't know what else to put there. What have we done in other spots? Fancy stairs. Carved stone. Maybe some furnaces. I'm just curious. We've got this part here, and if we do this, that's kind of cool. Remember, the idea out this way is to make sure things look fancy. So blast furnace is actually a decent idea. And then try andesite. I like the blast furnace better. And then these guys. What if we combine the blast furnace? I kind of like that, actually. Yeah. I don't have any smooth stone, I don't think. Let's just take some here, just to see. Oh, I think the brick, probably best way to go. Yeah, I like that. More gardens. I'm gonna add like more bushes and stuff. So not necessarily like flower gardens, but I mean this place on the hill for sure. But this place that I'm working on now is gonna have stuff more like this, I think. Like that kind of a thing. Or maybe like little things like this. Nothing like the enchanted garden that we have behind the flower shop. I kind of wanted this to be its own special thing. Obviously, I forgot to take out some of these vines somewhere. I thought I got rid of them all, but I guess I missed one. Yeah, so I don't plan on doing this everywhere. That's for sure. Anyway, I gotta take that break. So if you're new to the channel, I step away every hour, reheat my coffee, usually grab a snack. I'm full, but you might not be. You might want a snack or grab a friend, and we'll be right back in about 5 minutes. All right, what else do we need going on up here? Thank you, Cosmic. I would say... don't like that. Cobblestone, maybe some andesite. I feel like I might remove this too. And have the road curve out just a little bit more. Yeah. So I'll leave all that space for some greenery. I think I'm going to want to do something a little bit fancier. I don't know if I'm going to put like a wall all the way around this, but I like the idea of there maybe being some sort of like little court here. And we're going to have to figure out what to do with this silly bump here. I don't know what to do with it. I don't particularly like it. Because it doesn't serve any purpose. I'm okay with the grass being up there, but I feel like this feels kind of silly. Yeah, there's some landscaping that has to happen in here. And then this road part is also a little bit odd. I may have to wait until we finish what's going on here before I can really finish up the road, but I definitely feel like there's some problems here. Maybe this has got to be grass too. Yeah, that makes a little more sense. Just this feels very narrow, so we may have to adjust that a little bit. And I think this will feel better when we get some bushes and things happening. Okay, let's grab some other things. I think we're done with all the wood. I don't think I need to do anything else inside. I guess, oh, I didn't do the rafters up here. So yeah, I feel like we'll probably just do like a crisscross of dark oak, would be my guess. And we'll have to maybe break in and put in a button. Or I guess I could just fill that back in again. Maybe I'll fill it back in with something else. Maybe just wood. Trapdoors. Oh, maybe that's too low? Yeah, not a huge fan of that. How can we... I guess we'll just use some stairs. Even more stairs? I'm realizing I'm covering up a bunch of stuff I put up there, but... that or maybe a barrel. So we need to add a lantern. Would you put any interiors in this one? Is there room for any? Oh yeah, we can put, I mean, nothing crazy. Just your basic bed, table, chair sort of thing. I need to put some stuff away though. Did I not pick up the shulker box? I don't have enough room. That's not good. Now that you've done a lot of interiors, would you go back and do the early interiors of the early builds? Yes. No, that's on the list. Is to go back and like double check some stuff. Same with the, you know, like going back to the keep and making the keep feel better, you know, in terms of the insides. So there's some data pack errors that we have to fix too. That's not so much like me not completing the build. It's more like me just not, or the data pack changing and then us having to adjust the data packs. So I've got some stuff like that I have to do for sure. Dripstone. Oh, I didn't mess with the signs at all, so we'll leave those in there. I don't think we need the fence gates anymore. I'm gonna leave the spruce because we might need some adjustments happening inside of the inside the ceilings and stuff. And we'll bring a stack of those. Gonna bring some azalea things. Moss. I'll get some moss carpet. Azalea leaves. Probably some spruce leaves too. And where's the berry bushes? Want some of those. Some of those. Probably. We need to make more of these, actually. Hello, guitarist. Hello. Been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Always good to see you in chat. I don't know about the purple. We'll see. And I think I will actually bring those fence posts along. So we'll make more fence posts. Halo guitarist with 1,000 bits. Thanks so much, Halo. I've been playing a lot of Halo, actually, to the point where I've been really enjoying it. And I'm kind of sad that I didn't stream it. Because, I mean, I die a fair bit, but I can also pull off some really cool stuff. Not multiplayer, I've just been doing the campaign. But it's been fun. And because I have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, I would have access on the PC as well. Speaking of Halos. Oh, you love Halo? I didn't know that. Would have loved to see you stream it. I mean, I'm still playing. I still haven't... What's the latest thing that I did? It's Halo Infinite, and I finished the mining mission where there's a laser, huge laser, burrowing into the depths of the Halo. And so, I mean, giant spoiler, you go down into the mine after you shut off the laser, and you discover that Cortana was trying to corrupt some digital... I don't know. I'm not sure what she's called. I'm not familiar with all the Halo lore. This is the first Halo mission campaign I've ever played on my own. I know the basics, and I watched the TV show. The TV show was good. But the characters and stuff and the races, I don't really know exactly who they all are, you know? And I guess we're going to need some stone for the inside. I really don't know what to do for the inside. I feel like we've done some other cool stuff around. Andesite and stone looks good. What do we do in here? Right. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Never played Halo, but I did enjoy watching Red vs. Blue. I'm not sure how I would do in multiplayer. If I was to do multiplayer, I would want to use a mouse and keyboard, because I've done Borderlands 3 on stream. And that was fun. Bushes. I guess I need grass. Really, I should just bring this whole shulker box with me. But yeah, I leveled up my shield first because I'm not very good at the game. And then I leveled up my grappler. I like using the grappler. The dash, I just unlocked the dash attack. The dash avoiding thing is garbage. I don't like it at all. I guess I should not get too caught up in all that because eventually this is going to get covered up with stuff. Yeah, so this is not important there because we're probably going to put something underneath that. Same thing here, actually. Should have brought more wood. Halo was one of the first games I've played on Xbox when I started to get interested in gaming, so it always holds a nostalgia key for me. Oh, very cool. Which ones did you play? Because there's like 6. I haven't played Halo since Halo 3. I've just continued using the same username for consistency. Oh, very cool. So Halo is actually a reference to Halo? I wasn't sure. It just, I've had Halo on the brain. I wish I was better at like recording clips on the Xbox, because like with the touch of a middle button on the controller, you can record stuff. I just never think to like, after I have like a great sniper shot or after I do something fun in the game, I never think to like record the clip to share. I just think it'd be funny. I guess it's because I'm not really, it's partially fluke. I'm not that good. Started gaming on the original Halo on the first Xbox when I was younger. Wow. So I had access to an Xbox 360 briefly, but the Xbox Series X I got when it first came out. So I've had access to that for a while. All right, I guess we can start with the upstairs. And I said I was going to cover that up with something. So I guess we'll put the bed there and maybe something like a bookshelf. I feel like don't want to get too claustrophobic with it. Probably do like a chest. So we got slabs there. We don't have any rafters in here at all. I would like to hang a light. I didn't bring any lanterns either, did I? Do we need a lantern or do we want a candle? I feel like we'll probably just use a candle. My 360 is still kicking. Wow. I still have mine as well, but the new system plays Xbox 360 games, so like why? Not that I revisit the old games. And if I did, it would be something like Mass Effect, and there's a new version. There's like an updated version of Mass Effect that's available through Game Pass, so. And I should say that the 360 that I bought secondhand from an old coworker is now, it sounds like it's going to take off when you use it. It's not quiet. Slayosaurus and a Tate, is it? No, Tetnosuk? Tetnosuk. Thanks very much for the follows, appreciate it. Quit with Xbox after my 6th 360 Oh, Red Ring of Death. Went with PlayStation through the 4, then PC. Yeah, I mean, I used to play more PC games, but like I mentioned the other day on stream, we've been focusing on Minecraft because it tends to do the best on the channel. But I've been reevaluating what I want to do and what my goals are on Twitch, and I feel like I want to get back into streaming other games. I know that I've been wanting to play Satisfactory again, and I really want to get into Satisfactory in my main playthrough in update 5 and fix things before they update the early access version to version 6, because version 6 is going to break a bunch of stuff in that world, and I really want to get into it. And I'm just debating on whether I'm going to do that on a private stream on Discord or whether I'm going to do that live on Twitch. I don't know. I came in here for something and I don't remember what it was. Candles. Meza, who was here earlier, plays Satisfactory. I've been watching, oh gosh, is it Total Eclipse, I think? Total Eclipse has been showcasing like huge factory builds by other players, and it really kind of makes me want to go back in and finish up Devastator. For folks that don't know my Satisfactory playthrough, I was modeling the build in the factories after Transformers from the 80s. My NES and PS1 are still working in condition. Wow, that's great, Mind Trip Media. I think I have an NES. I think I have an SNES. I don't think my Nintendo is still around. I don't know whether I gave that to a friend or what, but I don't believe I still have it. You know, maybe we'll do red candles. I really wish we could do candle holders or something. They always look a little bit funny just kind of sitting on something. This needs something else in here too. Not that you can see it, but I know it's there. So the question here, like it feels very bland. I'm wondering if we can use some trapdoors to add a little bit of depth. Just easy stuff. Yeah, just a little bit. Now along here, I don't know if we can get away with that. You can't really put anything on it other than maybe a little bit of snow. Does it look better on this side? No. Maybe we'll add like a tripwire hook. That's probably all we'll do. I'm out for now, but been binging Voyager. Just wanted to pop in and show my support. Thanks again, Joel, for all the wonderful content you put out, and thanks to the mods for the support you give. Oh, that's really nice. Thanks so much, Halo. I again appreciate the bits. Thanks for the eyeballs, and we'll hopefully see you again soon. I reached out to Ryan Murphy a little while ago just to kind of say hi, see if he was available to come on the Citadel Cafe podcast and see if he wanted to do any multiplayer. And then I realized that like there's a whole community of people that we could do multiplayer stuff off stream, just like through Discord, playing different games. But I don't know who has what. Like I'm not sure who has what games. I'm not sure who likes to play multiplayer in certain games. I prefer multiplayer co-op. So like playing Destiny with Ryan was something that was fun. What was I looking for? Snow layers. Snow layers, and I guess that's it. Oh, tripwire hooks too. So I find these little touches sometimes help. I think we might have to change the color of the bed. Might be better off with like a red bed. Because of the snow layers. A little bit too much white. I have to say, I do sometimes find the walk back to the storage room a bit tedious. Especially when you're doing interiors like this, there's always something. There's always something that you forget, that you don't have. You just cannot fit everything in your inventory, so... You know, and unless you want to pack up the entire shulker box inventory, just move it around the world. Oh yeah, that looks much better. The red's a little bit of a clash with the pink, but it's not terrible. I guess I could do a pink bed. Gasp. And pink candles. Do we even have pink candles? What would we put there? Maybe an armor stand with some leather armor on it. What? Who are you? Me? Cosmic beside herself. The idea of a pink bed. Did I even have pink candles? I have no idea whether this will look good. It might look terrible. The flower crown affecting you? I'm not wearing it, so maybe. Maybe not. I don't know, it's not really pink inside, it's more like a salmon, so I don't know whether this pure pink might be a little bit too much. But we'll see. I mean, it's Minecraft, it's worth trying, right? Yeah, you know, I think it looks better than the red. I don't know what the candles look like lit up either. I don't think I've ever lit pink candles. So at least it softens them up a little bit. I mean, maybe we make this some fancy lady's house. I don't know. Italia and Cosmic are like, yes, all the pink. Checks the calendar, makes sure it's not Christmas, my birthday, or April Fool's Day. Armor stand. I saw one here somewhere. We've got leather. I don't want to do the boots. Maybe just like leather tunic. And a helmet. The helmets are always really cool. And then I don't want to do bright pink, but the cool thing about armor, of course, is that you can dye them to be a little bit more subtle. So what color would we want to dye these? We'll start with pink. But then maybe some brown? Yeah, that looks pretty good. See what it looks like. Like pink, but not offensive. We could maybe even go just a little bit darker. Because I don't want it to blend in with the wall, right? Yeah. Flowers, gardens, pink, coral. Hey, look, it's not like I don't like this stuff. It's just that medieval tends to be pretty drab. And I've been trying to remind myself recently that this is a medieval fantasy world, not just a medieval city. The book is in here, I think. I think I prefer using tripwire hooks for this kind of stuff. So I think we'll go a nudge vertical. And then can't really see the tripwire hook if I do that though. Oh, there we go. And then the head, rotation 15 degrees, pose adjust, head. Oh God. How do I know which way to do this? I guessed right. Fantastic. Nope. Feel like it's a little bit tall, maybe. Sure. I think the room is full. Maybe. Maybe I should have put that on the other side. Well, I can still do that. Nudge. Nope. Rotation. And then one more. Yeah. I like having that overlap the bed better. And then we'll do a little bit of fine tuning. Sure. I think that's good. Light levels are solid. Still have this to figure out. That is an outside wall, I think. Yes. So, is there anything we can do to change that? We could hide that with a stair. If I put a stair there. Of course, I didn't bring any dark oak. Yeah, what is that? The third time so far this stream that it rained? I know that it was raining in the intro. I don't really count that. It's kind of a deep part of the outside anyway, so I don't think I'll mind if I put this here. I think it looks okay. And then I mean, honestly, we could maybe even do it out here. No. So that means that we can change this to something else. But can't change that. I think I'm okay with that. Especially if we can get a stair in there and make it look like maybe like a half arch. Favoring the left-hand side, so we could do something like that. Nope, that doesn't work. I think that's probably our best option. Okay, so then in here, what I think I want to do is get some reinforced stuff happening here. I think I'm going to put a barrel underneath there. Just for looks. I wonder if oak would look better there. I always forget that you can blend oak with the bark on. So much nicer with spruce than stripped spruce. Yeah. Maybe stone buttons would be better too. And I don't have any stone. Jeez. Did I see pink furnishings? Nope. Elkhorn, you did not. I will deny it, despite the fact that it's on video. Stone buttons. Checks which stream he's walking. Oh, wow. I couldn't find that clip, Cosmic. I went looking for a clip that Cosmic and I were talking about the other day. Couldn't find it. Maybe just the one? I think that looks pretty good. Maybe that's a slab. Those are going to need stuff underneath them. Cool. I think that takes care of that. So then I guess what we can do here is maybe have a different one of these in here. And good. That's done. Oh, we need another door. I don't think there's any room to put anything out here. There's a space there, but like, what would we even put there? And then up here, I guess this is just going to be empty. Like, I really can't see us filling this up with anything. Everything's going to be very big. So, oh, I got to think about what we're doing for lighting up here. It's fine. We're not going to run into any problems. So I don't have to put a light up there, but it might help the build look cool from the outside. Maybe we'll put like a low-level lantern. Seb SH4, we are building a little house tucked into the woods. This one right here at the pink roof. In a medieval town. Medieval fantasy town, I should say. I don't say it often because it's just a lot to say. Lanterns. Geode13, hello, welcome in. So we'll see what this looks like. And did I keep the barrels? I didn't keep the barrels. So it's that or a barrel. I think I like the barrel. Oh, that is the wrong shulker box. I wanted that one. I guess I could hang a flower pot in the corner. You're not going to be able to see it. That's the only thing. Plus, hanging a flower pot in the corner would mean it would be like kind of like at your waist level. I'm basically just waiting for it to get dark so I can check how these things are going in terms of light levels. That's good. This is going to be dark oak, which I didn't bring. Up and down and up and down. Oh, it never changes whenever you do the details in these things. It's always a pain in the butt. That's spruce. I don't even have enough dark oak to make. Don't sleep. Remember not to sleep. Cosmic, I forgot we had that command. That's hilarious. Dark oak. Don't have one for down. We don't tend to go downstairs that much. We tend to jump off of things. There's no way to jump out of this particular window, or I would. Right, so we got upside down stairs. I think that's, there could be more light up there, I guess. So obviously some problems down here. But everything up through here is fine. I like that it's dimly lit here. I feel like we're gonna need another lantern like around here somewhere. Yeah, I feel like that's probably something that's going to have to happen. That might not be the permanent solution for it, but that's more than likely what's going to need to be there. I don't know if I like the fact that it doesn't connect. I might try to make that a trapdoor instead. And I guess the other question is, do we want a oak door or a dark oak door? Sorry, spruce door or a dark oak door? I'm thinking a dark oak door might look better. Just for fun. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate it. And as far as the downstairs goes, we obviously need some light source in here, but that could be a candle. Like a single candle would probably fix this real quick. So I don't want to get anything in the way. I feel like if we did a table here and a chair here. Thankfully we can push these in so it doesn't get in the way. Now here's where I think the red candles are going to look good. Light problem solved. Oh, we still have 2 spaces. That's annoying. Because I don't want to have 3 candles. I think it's too bright. How? How do we fix this? I mean, I know I could put a trapdoor there. I just don't know if it would look good. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Everything else is fine. It's just this one spot. The problem is, like, as the rest of the place ends up being spawn proof, then that one spot becomes a very high likely spawn area. What could we do? We could put something like in the corner, like a tripwire hook, like there. Maybe if I grab, don't know. I kind of like that there. So if I put a tripwire hook there, I think that would stop that from being a spawning space. Yeah, the lighting changes really have made a big difference. I agree, Hotelia. I agree. I just wish I could remember what I come in here for sometimes. Want those and tripwire hooks. I need to make one. I usually remember, like, it usually comes to me, but it's so funny how, like, there's always that moment of like, what did I want? I think it'll give us something to look at when we come down the stairs too. And I kind of want, is that a slab? So what I'm thinking is, this feels kind of strange. So I'm thinking if I remove this, put an upside down stair there, and then a trapdoor there, and it creates a nice straight line across there. And then I could do the same thing with this, and just make that an upside down stair. Looks a little bit more supported, you know? So the light level is still going to be 0, but you'll notice that it doesn't have like a 0 will spawn. It's just that it's blocking the spawn, which I think is a great indicator in this pack. Like 0 and is like will spawn, but then nothing is basically like it's still 0, but it doesn't matter. I don't like the paintings, Hotelia. I still need to upgrade my painting texture pack to have like a medieval fantasy thing. I haven't done that. So, all right, one last thing before I go on a break. Let's change the door. I've got a funny feeling we're going to like the dark oak door a lot better. Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100% yes. Very cool. Okay. So I might want to put in a couple things in here. We might want to throw in, I think a chimney would be good. I think that would be a fun thing to add in this little space. So we're probably going to put a blast furnace there. And I think that's it. I don't really think there's any room for anything else. So blast furnace. I think we're done with all of this. Rafters are finished. Whoop! Down the stairs I go. Do I still like that? I think we're gonna go with the oak instead. Or I guess we can go with dark oak too. Or do we like that being open? I wonder if there's actually like room for something here. Can't do trapdoors. Maybe we'll just fill it in with dark oak for now. Ginger the Lily rating with a party of 26. Ginger, thank you so much. Viral Porpoise subscribing at tier 1 for 6 months. Viral, thank you ever so much. Dan Grice subbing at tier 1 for 17 months. 17 months already. Wow, Dan, that's amazing. Thank you both for supporting the content. Really appreciate it. Welcome in. Ginger, what were you up to? What were you doing in the mining of the crafting? While I look for dark oak wood. Hatalia with 100 bits. That's a hype train. Thanks so much, Hatalia. That's the second hype train today. Holy smokes, pokes. There was a poem and I didn't even know it. I wanted dark oak. Is it as hot with you as it is here? It is warm here, but not like abnormally crazy hot, but it is very hot. Crap. I just broke a door. That is gonna open this way. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's a warm day here. Working on a cyberpunk channel point redemption for the Black Clad Wanderer build. Interesting. I've not done any cyberpunk stuff. I remember the last time we talked about cyberpunk, it was Johnny and I talking on the Spawn Chunks about cyberpunk with RTX in Minecraft Bedrock. Or Windows 10, sorry. Firejoy, welcome in. I'll postpone the break for another 20 minutes or so, just because we just had that lovely raid from Ginger. For folks coming in with Ginger, you probably know who I am, but if you don't, my name is Joel Duggan. I do the Spawn Chunks podcast with my buddy Pixarips, and I stream here on the Citadel about 3 times a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we are currently working on this medieval town that has been going for about a year and a half. And there's been a lot done, and it's all very detailed. We're in this area here, which has been a lot of fun. Yesterday we started, I missed the tree. Yesterday we started this build. It was nothing. There was nothing here yesterday. And so we did a 3-hour stream yesterday and built up the basics. And then we're 2 hours into today and we've done all the details. I think we're down to just like the interior is done with the exception of a blast furnace and some sort of chimney. Which, what's up here? So that's the floor of the bedroom. Can't put a chimney there. I guess we could do like a stair on top of it or something. I tried to think about these things logically. We were talking earlier about having constraints and how that kind of feeds creativity. And one of the things I feel is really good for me is trying to make things like the chimneys in my world make sense. Maybe that. And maybe that. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The granite and the semi-oxidized copper, I don't remember what it's called. Weathered copper? Whatever the pink one is. I quite like it. So I'm thinking the blast furnace could go here, which is going to cover up that. So maybe we'll move this. And then I could do... That doesn't seem to go anywhere. Or we could try to see what one of these might look like. It's a little bit chunky for a chimney. But I can't think of anything else that would go out that way. We could also go with brick, but brick might clash with the roof a bit. Yeah, it's a little bit, maybe it's not too chunky. I wonder if I use a brick, it might make it feel more like an oven. Ginger Lily, no worries. Thanks so much. I know you got to lurk. Take care of what you need to take care of. Thanks for bringing in all your folks. I really appreciate it. For folks watching, if you want to refresh your screen and watch on twitch.tv/JoelDuggan, we're trying to grow the channel, so that goes a long way to help with viewers and things like that. Much appreciated. Firejoy, thanks for the lurk. I was looking for bricks. Yeah, so the wall is sort of going to be like a chimney, but the wall doesn't have the right shape. I think that works. Because then I can come in here and do something like this. The question is this going to look like it clashes with the roof too much? Yeah, I think we have to go with brick on this. Like with stone brick. I don't know. What do we think? Do you like the brick block, the clay bricks better? Or stone bricks? I find that the clay bricks, they look good, but they clash with the roof. Which is my issue. I think I'll leave them inside. I like the little contrast of color there. I wonder if we can just use a little bit. Oh, that does look a little bit funny. You think the red brick looks nice with the roof? Maybe what we'll do is leave the top little pipe part gray. Except for not bricks, maybe we'll make it like a cobblestone wall. If that's the case, we should probably just continue it all the way down. No, I guess we'll just go full on bricks. Maybe we'll grab a little bit of granite or something just to kind of put in the bottom so it looks a little bit more sturdy. I'm out of inventory space again. WDo23. Thanks very much for the tier 1. 5 months. Amazing. Thanks so much for sponsoring the content. Really appreciate it. I'm going to grab a little bit of granite. Just to see if we can get this to work. Hello, flying sheep. Welcome in. I feel like if this was a granite stair, it would work. I can't believe the number of subs today. I really appreciate it, folks. So very cool. Where are we with subs? 169, it looks like. If folks are wondering, the goal with the subs, the number there is, if that number of subs ever happens, then it's like a sustainable living for me in terms of my podcasting and my Twitch streaming, which means I wouldn't have to do or think about anything else, which is very cool. And we've come close a couple times. Oh, I think either one of these or one of these. I'm really feeling the inventory pinch today. Like with these final details, you just have to have so much with you. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. So that takes care of that part. It feels a little claustrophobic here, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, cool. I'm glad you like the flower pots, I tell you. Campfires. Oh, you can still see the edge. Didn't know that. Well, doesn't really matter. Whoops. Nice. Okay. Inside. Complete. I don't think there's anything else we need to do. Unless another tripwire hook would make sense. Right there. Yeah. Cool. So this is where I'm going to take that break that I mentioned. If you're new to the stream, I take a break once an hour. We went a little bit past that just because Ginger was so lovely to send over a raid. So I'm going to take a 5-6 minute break. And we'll be back with more Minecraft. We're going to do the outside, the bushes and paths and stuff like that. So be right back. All right, let's see if we can lighten this inventory a bit so I don't go bananas. I'll keep those. Don't need the tough. Thank you, Cosmic. All right, so now I think what I want to do is add a little bit of landscaping and stuff around the build. So we're going to need all of this. And we are probably going to need fences, spruce trapdoors. I don't know if you can really make fences out of signs, but that might be worth trying. And yeah. I also need to go get a bunch of different kinds of dirt and puzzle. And the inventory is full again. Surprising. Gosh. Such a pain. So I don't mind this little tree. Obviously it needs a little bit of a trim at the top. Because I think there was a tree probably right in the middle of the road that we took down. Let's move this box somewhere different. So I'm thinking things like rose bushes, maybe a berry bush. I didn't bring any bone meal. Inventory update for 1.2. I don't know. I'm curious actually whether they're going to call it 1.2 or 1.20. I guess they'll probably call it 1.20 because technically it's the 20th update, but probably 1.20. What I'm curious about is if they're going to move away from calling things the blank update. Because I think I talked about this on the Spun Chunks several weeks ago, but I think the word update is kind of implied, you know? Like, it's an update. I already know that. I don't think it needs to be called the update, you know? I feel like we'd be okay with going symmetrical on these, but maybe we'll go... actually, that might be better off on just regular grass because of how the leaves match it better. This does not work well in a taiga. Not the best. So I'm not sure about this tree. We're going to be moving, I think, parts of it. So, let's see what we can do here. And then along here, do we want to go with bushes or do we want to go with something a little bit fuzzier? I was wondering if ferns might look good along here. I kind of like that. Whoops. It's weird because normally I don't like the Minecraft grass texture, but with Taiga you can't really blend it very well. I think that looks pretty good. Prince Nikolai, hello, or Nikolai, I guess. Welcome in. What would you call the wild update without the update? Just Minecraft the Wild? They could have called it all kinds of stuff. The wild update doesn't make any sense. They updated swamps and added the deep dark. They could have just called it the deep dark. They're inconsistent with it too. Like they called the update aquatic. The update aquatic, not the aquatic update, you know? It's weird. I don't understand the naming convention. I doubt they will remove the update because I don't think that they want people to get messed up thinking that it's a new game. I don't think people would be... I mean, maybe I think too highly of people, but I don't think that would be misconstrued as a new game. Alright, so what I'm thinking along here is that we do... I don't know whether mangrove leaves are the best, but I did bring birch and spruce as well. I just find that these are so dull and they look like the trees. So I was thinking if we can do something like this, but then have trapdoors. It might start to look like a fence. But then we can't do corners like that. Which, I mean, it's fine. You can see the color difference when the item is just sitting on the ground, too. You can see what they would look like. I feel like we could use something leafy back here. Oh, the updated aquatic was a pun on the movie title? I don't know if they intended that. Trapdoors and signs make a convincing fence. Thanks, yeah. I think so. We can add the details in here too, like I've done this a couple times on stream. I think people know about this. You know, and then in places like this, we could either have another trapdoor here, right? Which I guess I could have done something there. If I remove this, can I put a sign on that? Like, is this gonna work? Oh my gosh, it does. It just doesn't look very good. I think I prefer the bush as the barrier. Although maybe that's a space that we could add a berry bush for some color. Because they fill out the most of the block. Yeah. I think that works. Unfortunately, you can't add signs onto the bushes, right? I don't know if I brought any grass with me. I did. Can't really see it, but I don't know whether double high grass would look good or look like too much, maybe. Yeah, a bit too much. Okay, so I think that's looking good from this side. We might want to trim the tree back a little bit, just so it looks like it stands out on its own. Obviously, we have a little bit extra to do up here. Hey, Toy Bear, how's it going? Trying to make this look like a little bit more of a individual tree rather than the combination of two trees. Always just out of reach. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Now, how do we want to handle this? I feel like this needs to be pushed out a bit. I'm going to grab some stone blocks. Because I want to have... I like the idea of this being raised, but I don't like this part. So at what point does this stop? And I feel like it should probably stop about here. Profs prepared. Hello, welcome in. Good to see you. Keep that. Grab some of those, some of those. I guess we'll keep those. So I need some more stone blocks. Love that the spore blossom particles reaches over here. Oh, do they? I don't think I noticed that. So I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to take this all the way down, but I feel like this just needs to be removed. I'm even going to room in my shulker boxes here. Try to remember where things are going. I should have been paying a little bit more attention. Not that it takes that long to retexture something, but I do find it a little bit of a pain when you've taken the time to fix a texture and then realize that when you remove it and you don't remember how you did it. So I feel like here, this stuff would all be down, but I still feel like it could be grass. Red Sparrow 2, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. So we can still keep this feeling narrow by adding some bushes back in. I feel like one of the things we could do here is potentially even add like a little bit of a step up maybe. I really like this combination of mangrove and the berry bushes. think that works quite well. Then grab some more spruce logs for custom trees and stairs. Maybe some dark oak fences and some mangrove roots. Dang it. LX, welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. Appreciate the follow. Oh, thanks. Glad you enjoy it. Don't know how much I like that. It's not bad. I do wish that the moss... Well, if you separate it, I guess it looks okay. How do we handle it in here? Podzol next to it. Moss. Okay. Not a huge fan of that combo. So this piece of fence here, unfortunately, feels like it should be fenced off against something, but I can't put anything there because of that, and I like that, so I don't want to change that. I guess I could change this. But then that to me feels kind of funny. And I don't want to cut this off because then I feel like the path gets too narrow. I know I'm walking back and forth a lot, but that's generally how I figure these things out. Oh, that helps a little bit. What if this was a stair too? Oh, there we go. That helps. I need more stairs. You're doing what I like to call the Joel walk. Oh yeah, like the back and forth. Hopefully it doesn't make people dizzy. Nah, okay. So that feels a little bit better. Maybe we just need a trapdoor here. Although that's a lot of trapdoors. A lot of trapdoors. With nothing there. Which feels so strange. Then we could do the fence part here. Yeah, I think that breaks up the trapdoor a little bit. Feels a little bit random, but I feel like your brain sort of puts the rest together. Maybe this has to be... Maybe this has to be reversed. Again, I just really don't like that. The dirt side. What could we do there? I guess we do coarse dirt maybe? Or maybe rooted dirt? Green Ninja changed my logo. Oh, my avatar? Yeah. Yep. I changed the avatar. All right, let's I really don't know about this moss. I wish it was just a little bit different. I forgot that I thought that was supposed to be grass, but I think we'll put grass there maybe. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate the heads up. Is there a flower we could put there? That would be good. That or another berry bush, maybe. Do berry bushes always go in the center? They do. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yep, I like the layers of the color. I like the little access walkway there. So then we just have to change a little bit of the texture along here. So I'd say that side's good. Now this side, we obviously can do a little bit more. That tree was very haphazardly made into a custom tree. And I feel like we can maybe go down a bit. I always feel like I'm looking up when I do this. Like in my chair, my head tilts back. Here, I think we'll actually go with a bush. You said no flowers. Well, it's not like I don't want flowers. I just feel like any flower would be very contrasty with the grass. That's right, because the flowers don't change their green based on the biome, right? If I'm remembering that correctly. See, this is where I wish we had grass go down on all sides. I used to have that texture pack, but I don't have it going currently. I think that looks better than the grass. Oh, the inventory woes. You know what? We've got shulker boxes. Let's just fix this. Oh, you said no flowers. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So I feel like we can probably get away with some moss behind the bush. Maybe under it as well. Or maybe that's where we put the grass. Fun fact, I used the shulker pool for your shulker boxes. There may or may not be a shulker loose around Avalon that I can't find. Oh wow, this will be a fun surprise for Alistair. How did you find the shulker pool, Cosmic? Did that take forever? I feel like that must have taken a long time. I kind of wish we could decorate these better, but there's not much you can do. Although one thing I guess I didn't do is like along here, we could totally add like a little sprout here and there. Which we may or may not be able to do along here. That doesn't look very good. Looks better on trees than it does on vines. I was just thinking it'd be nice to add something more to this, but right now the only issue that I have with it is that it makes the tree... I don't like all of this being all one level. You know? Maybe we can put something else here. This sort of works because it's in the corner. Mental note, don't do that with your offhand. Wasn't so bad. The thing that takes you the longest is spawning the endermite. Yeah. The ones I got you today were all over the course, about 4 hours playtime this morning. Oh, wow. Very much appreciated. Yeah, that helps a little bit. Kind of wish there was more I could do over here. This is just going to look like it sticks out into the road. Maybe? Nope. I guess we'll leave it there for now. That tree still isn't quite finished, I don't think. Wouldn't mind adding like a few lower leaves. Maybe that's what we can do. I think maybe a fence. I'm always on the fence about fence gates or fences as branches. There really isn't much we can do for branches, unfortunately. I know some people use fences and fence gates, and I can't always get my head into that space. It creates a decent layer. Works a little bit better if you cover up part of it, so that's good. Yeah, okay. I've never done this stuff before, so I'm just kind of experimenting and seeing what sticks. And yes, we're doing the Joel walk. Okay, I'm going to call this path done. I don't think there's much that needs adding. Maybe a little bit of cracked brick if I happen to have any. Which of course I don't. Oh, unless it's in here. Yes, one. I have but one. We need more than one. Mm. Oh, those can go somewhere else. The end would have been quicker. I get them, but I don't have the wings at the moment. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the end is tricky like that. I really appreciate it because I was thinking about going out to the end and having to do the whole end, you know, raiding thing to get shulker boxes, but I'm always on the fence on whether it'd be easier to build a shulker farm. Although Minipacks made a really good point that because we have that shulker mite data pack on the server for people that don't want to have to go all the way to the end to get shulker boxes, it means that making a shulker box farm would be very easy. Being able to spawn an endermite, summon a shulker box precisely where you want it rather than having to move a shulker box from the end or a shulker from the end would be advantageous in terms of making that farm. I think we're almost good with this path. It's a couple spots. Yeah, that's pretty good. Not sure about that spot right there. I like this. Need to sleep so I can see what's going on. I think we're down to that one last little spot. The farm that Minipacks made produces a ridiculous amount of shulker shells. Yeah, so that's the thing. I feel like the shulker farms, once you have one set up, they just give you so many shulkers that it feels like, I don't want to say cheaty, but it feels like it takes the novelty and skill, you know, a little bit away from the shulkers. Again, I'm not trying to remove the coolness factor of having a shulker farm. What? Why? Stop. There we go. I think I might want to move this tree. I don't know how big I want this to get. I think that's kind of working. Don't know about this. Nope. The unfortunate thing there, that feels like it's kind of reaching out into your face. I may want to go with that being a block higher. Yeah, it's better. Do I need more? I think I have... Nope, I don't. I think every other farm I've been on Infinity Cove delivers output in shulker boxes now too. Oh, maybe. I guess that's the thing, like it makes a big difference if you need that many. We don't have farms on the server that crank out like that level of output, I don't think. With the exception of maybe the moss farm. But that's, we turn everything off. We don't have anything going like constantly on the server. Trees are so much just trial and error. Whoops. Storm Nance, hello. Hardest part of the farm is getting the shulker. Yeah, so that part is going to be easy for us when we get to it. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good custom tree for like winging it. I guess we could kind of imagine the vine kind of moving its way up into the tree a little bit. Now for this part, this is going to be trickier. I think I have to put maybe like a stair here. And of course I don't have the right stair. Iceman 300, thanks very much for the follow, appreciate it. I wanted stairs. Welcome to Minipacks Industries, home of anything you need. Oh, does Minipacks have like a lot of stuff on Infinity Cove? Yeah, so this, unfortunately, I feel like I wanted this to be a staircase into this other place, but we might have to rethink this because it might make this too narrow. It might work out. It might work out. Don't really have any cobble, so we'll just do this for now. But yeah, that make this feel very narrow. So we might want to push that back a bit. I think we may have to push this across at that level and then move this over as well. And I'm trying to avoid making this too wide. Or not wide, but like too steep. But I feel like if we start adding things in here, then this starts to look really weird. So a lot of this is going to have to do with what this ends up looking like, which I have no idea at the moment. Oops. Tiny Mirror, sorry, Tin Mirror in. Read your name wrong. Hello, welcome back. Good to see you. Oh, that's too bad about your world. That's too bad. So here I feel like we can maybe get away with more of these fences that we were making with the trapdoors. And I don't know if we need anything fence-wise back here. It might look okay. I feel like what we could do here, though, would be maybe some firewood. Those spruce logs don't have any regular logs. Yeah, it's why I don't play hardcore, is because I would just be... I would really be... Not, I don't want to say upset, but I would be frustrated. Especially if the end of a hardcore world was like something that could have easily been avoided, or if it was like a glitch, you know, where you die, like that's not fun, right? So yeah, it's tricky. Oh, you get complacent with realms being backed up. Yeah, I can see that happening too. What did I do? There was a campfire. So I think here would be a good spot to have like the firewood piled up, which could be cool. And if I have any mini blocks, that would be a good spot for it. And then maybe we'll do something, maybe coarse dirt or something here. Insert another break here if you want one. I think we're just going to wrap this up because we're really close to finishing. That's everything. Like the build, everything in this build is done in 2 streams. I am very impressed. Did not anticipate that happening. Mini blocks. They're over this way. Did a hardcore in some of the snapshots since I wanted to play it temporarily for a bit. Wow, did I not last long? Wouldn't want to do that in long-term world. No, that's the thing. I mean, I can appreciate the drama behind it, but like, I wouldn't be doing anything really decorative or any massive projects, right? Like, I would be doing the bare bones stuff. Oh, we already had pink armor sitting around. That's funny. Mini blocks. I want a mini log. I guess a spruce log will do. I was hoping for oak. Gotta remember that we're low on oak. Oh, there's oak. One of these is going to look good. We'll figure out which one. Whoops. It's kind of funny, you know, I take for granted how much I know my way around here and all the different shortcuts and stuff. So this might be too samey. I think it's going to be better for us to have a spruce log there. Yep. Or it goes down underground. I think I like it better down there. Yeah. Wood pile complete. I wish I could control the gravel that shows up in these sometimes. I don't know whether I like this green. I think I like that better, and then we can maybe make the road appear wider. Not bad. Not bad. I'd say that looks nestled. Doesn't look like it's out of reach or out of place. Don't think I like that. Oh, right. We were going to fix this too, weren't we? Do we like it better on a trapdoor? Or on a fence? I think even though the fence doesn't connect, the fence looked a little bit better. Specifically because we've got stuff hanging from fences there. So the only thing left is just wondering if we need any light over here. And where we would put it. We've got that. I just don't know how dark this area is. Along here we might be able to hide some stuff. We could maybe put like some glow lichen. Like on the top of that bush sort of deal. We could put another lantern on that side of it. Same thing, we could just put like another lantern right there. So I'm just going to wait for it to get dark. Yeah, I like the fence too. I think the fence makes more sense. It feels a little bit repetitive, but I think because it's got the lantern on it, I think it feels okay. I don't want to turn that into a stair. I think I want to leave that just the way that it is. I do find some of the weird ways that things connect or don't connect in Minecraft to be a little bit frustrating. But yeah, I'm quite happy with this little build. There's something nice about not being tied to a purpose, like it's just meant to look cool. The only thing I'm concerned about is how it looks and how it fills the space. That's it. You know? I like this little alleyway that we've created. I think it gives you something really interesting and cool to look at when you're coming up the road here. I think that's nice there. So for people that are wondering, like, this road comes out here. And so we've got a nice build centered there. Something that kind of smashes you in the face when you go around the corner. And then we've got this to kind of look at. And then you can either go down the alley, explore the back gardens of these places, or you can go around the bend. Now here's going to be tricky. This is going to be cool. I do not know what we're going to do with this space. We're going to have to figure out some sort of like cool slope. Something that kind of entices you to go up and think, oh, I should see what goes up there, you know? This may also end up being like a double wide door. I feel like it might benefit from being a larger door. So we might end up pushing this wall farther to the north, which would make that wider. All right, so let's grab some glow lichen. Oh, we're going to need some more. I love how easy this stuff is to get. That's something I really should do, is make a couple of those little mini farms, you know, that you can just completely spam and get like a ton of that stuff. They're really easy to build. All right. I'm not really concerned about the zeros on the street. That'll change once we get lights and stuff on these places. So it's actually not terribly dark right here. It's only in the back corner here. And I think that would more than likely be solved with a lantern, which I think I should have. Or maybe I hung the other one. So I don't think glow lichen is going to do the trick. It might, but more than likely, no. I guess I should check to see what that looks like from the garden too. I don't mind that, actually. That's fine. We've got the advantage that glow lichen does not grow on its own. There's no other real spots nearby that I could hide. Like one glow lichen there takes care of it, right? And you barely even notice that. I think I'd rather do that than hang a lantern. Glow lichen for the win, man. That's pretty cool. See, those are slabs, so it doesn't matter. And then we've got a couple of zeros there. But again, once we figure out, like, if we end up putting a big lantern here, then it's not going to be a big deal. So I'm not worried about that. Very, very cool. So, folks, if the mods in the chat want to let me know who's streaming, we'll pass you on to somebody else playing Minecraft. Possibly someone we haven't raided recently or different than we normally raid. But this came together quite well. I'm really happy with this. I think that we've got a cozy little build here. If you ignore the construction in the background, you know, I've got the soft glow from the lanterns works well. The blue and the taiga biome, I think, jives pretty well. I may consider changing these azalea saplings back to regular saplings, just because I find like the purple pink flowers and the red aren't the best. I could also try poppies in those just to kind of see. That might be kind of cool too. Cupfan, Megabite, and Tadpole Milk. Let's raid. How long has Megabite and Cub been going? Is Cub doing speedruns or Hermitcraft? Hatalia looks great. Heading out for the day. Landscaping is on point. Thanks, Joel. Thanks, mods. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Really nice that you thank the mods too. But yeah, I like this. This came together quite well. There's an inside. The red candles are a bit harsh, but as per Cosmic's wishes, we have a pink bed and pink armor. You go all the way up to the top here, and you can walk around. A wraparound balcony, which is neat. I love happy accidents like that. It's always really fun. Cub just started. Well, let's raid Cub then. If he's just getting going, that's a good opportunity to raid Cub. Yeah, I think that this came together quite nicely. Always nice to have a build come together in 2 streams. I have yet to do something this size in 1 stream. I'm just too picky. It just never really comes together quite right. But that will eventually, I think, be the screenshot. So very, very cool. Thanks to everyone for hanging out. Thank you immensely for the subs and the bits and the 2 hype trains. I can't thank you all enough. I really appreciate it. I would not be able to do this without all of you, at least not as often as I do. We had a bonus stream this Wednesday too, which I'm hoping to do more of, and that will happen more often the more of you decide to support, which again I truly appreciate. If Twitch isn't your bag, you can always check out Patreon. It's patreon.com/JoelDuggan, and that is where you can also join the patron server. So if you like the Citadel and you want to play with a bunch of people that play in a similar style, more active than the 5 or 6 people that are on the Citadel, there's like 18 or 20 people on Infinity Cove. That's my patron server. So not only do you get to play with like-minded nerds, but you also get to support me at the same time. So I really appreciate it, and it's been fun providing that for everybody there. That's gonna be it for me, folks. We're gonna pass you on to Cubfan. I'll see you again tomorrow, UTC -3 at 1 o'clock Atlantic, unless I decide to stream early, which I have been doing. So keep an eye out on Twitter and in the Discord. If I decide to go early tomorrow around noon, I will tweet out that I am doing that. But right now, plan for 1 o'clock, and we'll see you folks tomorrow. Bye for now.